Hello everyone, my name is CLARISA Jesica, and today I will present my research entitled Integrating YouTube into the Learning of Mixed Voice Singing Technique. This study explores how YouTube can be utilized as a supplementary tool for teaching beginner singers to master mixed voice. Mixed voice is a crucial technique that helps singers transition smoothly between chest voice and head voice. Without it, singers often experience voice crack when singing in the transition area. For beginners, mastering this technique is often very challenging. At the same time, digital platforms such as YouTube have become popular in music education, offering accessible tutorials and demonstration. Previous studies have mostly focused on chest voice and head voice training while acknowledging the importance of mixed voice. We also knew that YouTube is widely used in general music education. However, very few studies examine how YouTube specifically support mixed voice training for beginners. There is also a lack of empirical evidence on the effectiveness of YouTube tutorials in addressing register transition problems. Therefore, this research aims to fill that gap by exploring the use of YouTube as a structured pedagogical tool for mixed voice training. This study aims to investigate how YouTube can support the learning process of the mixed voice singing technique, particularly for beginner singers. This research used a qualitative descriptive approach. The participants were four beginners vocal students selected purposefully because they were involved in mixed voice training and also used YouTube videos for their practice. Data were collected through participatory observation of their lessons, semi-structured interviews with both students and instructor, and documentation such as practice video and lesson notes. For data analysis, I followed Miles and Huberman's model of data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing. To ensure validity, I used search triangulation and member checking with the participant. Let's go to the result. Before the training, we measured each student's chest voice and head voice range. We also identified the cracking range, where their voice would usually break. For example, one participant could sing from E3 to G4 in chest voice and G4 to G5 in head voice, but experienced cracks around B flat 4 to E flat 5. This kind of mapping was essential to design exercises and identify the most vulnerable notes when they sang songs. The next, each participant then sang a song of their choice. For instance, one student sang Speechless by Naomi Scott and experienced cracks on notes C5 to E flat 5 during the bridge section of the song. Another student sang Mati-Matian by Mahalini struggled with note around D5 to F5. These challenges match the previously identified cracking range, confirming the importance of focusing training and these transition notes. After identifying the cracking points, students went through a series of vocal exercises taken from a YouTube channel called Dot Singing. These exercises include chest voice strengthening, head voice slides, tongue technique, and chest mix exercises. The goal was to help students transition between registers more smoothly and reduce cracking. The use of YouTube videos gave them clear demonstration, step-by-step visualization, and structured practice routines. After the exercises, students repeated their chosen song, this time focusing on the parts where the crack had occurred. For example, the first participant was able to sing the same bridge with a section without her voice, but the participant using mixed voice instead. and it resulting in a stronger and smoother sound. Another participant still struggled at first, but gradually overcame the cracking after combining head voice and chest mix on specific notes. Overall, all four participants showed progress, although some required more repetition and guidance from the instructor. These results highlight several important points. First, the first one, YouTube videos provide valuable visualization and structure for learning mixed voice. Student can clearly see and hear how to produce the sound, and they can practice independently at home. Second, the exercises, especially twang and chest mix, were effective in reducing cracks and building confidence. However, some limitations were also found. The YouTube videos were not always consistent in providing demonstration, which caused confusion among students. Moreover, direct guidance from the teachers was still necessary to correct vocal production and ensure healthy technique. In conclusion, mastering the mixed voice technique is essential for beginner singers to avoid voice cracks and to build a stable, strong vocal quality. This study shows that combining direct instruction with supplementary YouTube videos can be effective in supporting vocal learning. For vocal course institution, integrating digital media such as YouTube into the curriculum uh, can enrich teaching strategies. At the same time, it is important to emphasize teacher guidance to ensure students use these techniques correctly. With this approach, beginner can develop greater vocal confidence, flexibility, and professionalism. That concludes my presentation on integrating YouTube into the learning of mixed voice singing technique. I hope this research provide meaningful insight into how digital platforms can support vocal training, especially for beginners facing challenges with register transition. I would like to express my gratitude for the opportunity to share this study with you. Thank you very much for your attention.